Longevity a good thing? Hey guys, and today I want to talk with you about the topic of longevity or living forever. Do we want to live forever? I remember that in the philosophy class we had this topic in high school, and everybody in the end said that living forever doesn't really make sense because life wouldn't be limited, and if you would have time forever, so the moment that you have now, it is less valuable than if you would have a limited period of time that you can live. Because if you live forever, it doesn't matter if you don't use today, because you will have another day and another day and another day, and you have limitless time. And then I saw in another documentary that said the average period of time that you have for your life is around 5,200 weeks, like something like this, over 5,000 weeks. I think it's calculated with the average age of 80. This is crazy. If you think about it in weeks, it gets a lot more tangible. You ask yourself, wow, this week has passed, so now there are only 5,199 weeks left. It gets very real, even if you're young. Our lives are limited to a number of minutes, days, and weeks, and this makes us use them. Use them because they're limited, and that's why we have motivation to do things today and not tomorrow, and to really take action. So now I want to talk about the topic of longevity, because I found that longevity doesn't have to mean that you live forever. I don't know, maybe science will make it possible in some years. Longevity is about keeping a high quality of life for as long as you can. Because how it is now, let's compare it to the situation now. So with our science that we have today and our technology, we have changed our average lifetime, and now people live much longer. For example, 200, 300 years ago, people lived maybe only until 40, 50, depends, of course, in which country and which status you had. But now people can live up to 80 or more years old. But let's look at the quality of life in these last years. Often people have a very low quality of life. They are kept alive with medications and screenings and surgery. All these technologies can prolong your lifetime. But the question is always at what cost? Like, at which point is your life still worth living or still enjoyable? For example, if you suffer from a chronic disease and you have a lot of pain, or maybe your functions of your body are not available anymore, like for example you cannot walk anymore, or you're blind, or you cannot digest anymore, and then you get machines to help you and medications to help you, painkillers, machines to filter your blood, and you can keep living. But your everyday life consists of, different medical procedures to help your body sustain his life. I feel that in our system now, we have made it for people to live longer, but the quality of life in these last years is not always very high. Longevity aims at keeping the maximum quality, like in the best case, until the last days of your life, and then you die and you didn't experience any of this suffering time. And I just want to tell my perspective. Maybe I'm using a too easy vocabulary. I know that it's not so simple, and I'm really grateful for the healthcare system that we have, so don't understand me wrong. Maybe I'm explaining it very extremely to make clear the difference between longevity and just living a normal life that is prolonged, but the quality is very reduced in the end. So from this point of view, longevity seems like a very nice concept, like to keep your quality of life. I mean, who would not want to play tennis at the age of 80 or do a lot of things that most of the 80 years old people cannot? And then there are a lot of different methods that people use. They're called biohacks, how I understood it. For example, taking cold baths, like ice baths, or using different kind of light, red light, using different supplements and other very crazy procedures. And I don't know if you should do it or not. I think to live longer would be a nice thing and to maintain a good and high quality. But of course also on the other side it can get very artificial too. So I just wanted to share my thoughts about it with you. And what do you think about longevity? Bye bye and see you in the next video.